everybody out here on YouTube. It is I here with Beautiful Beauty. Going to be doing a product review. Going to be talking about hair care. Going to be talking about hair conditioner. That's my favorite thing to talk about in life because my hair craves conditioner. I have to have conditioner. I have to have leave-in conditioner. I absolutely have to have deep conditioning hair mask. I have to have my hair oiling. There are just multitudes of things that my hair has got to have in its conditioner, moisturization, moisture, re-moisturize, and moisturization. I mean, I could just be repetitive all day long. Anyhow, this is something that I've obviously used before. I've gone back to using it. I've tried to go back to basics recently over the last few months, rather. I have gone back to basics with my skincare and with my hair care. So what I mean by that is I've gone back to products that I once knew, once used to purchase, used to buy all the time, and that worked for me. And this happens to be one of them. So this is the Suave Essentials. This is the Tropical Coconut. First off, I must say I really like the fragrance of this. It is very low-key. It's not overpowering. It's a real low-key, barely there coconut smell, which I absolutely love and appreciate that because, oh my, I have crazy bad sinus problems. I have a scent sensitivity issue. I cannot take anything that's over fragranced, over perfumey, over floral, over fruity, over anything. You know what I mean? I cannot take real strong scents and fragrances and smells anymore. And that issue seems to be getting worse for me. And no doctor alive has any idea what is going on, but it is what it is. Anyhow, I really like the low-key fragrance of this. It is very hydrating. It's very moisturizing. It has great slip. It's really emollient. It's just really nice level of hydration to it. It's a really nice humectant for the hair. It just draws the moisture into my hair and it stays there. And after I take a shower, my hair can last 3 or 4 days and still retain its moisture. It's just the moisture retention. It can hold on to that moisture. It can keep that moisture even down to my ends. And I am very prone to split ends. And even that moisturization, just the retention of moisture is still within the ends of my hair. You know what I mean? I like this stuff. I like it. It's affordable. It's a great price point. It's economically cheap. You can basically buy this anywhere. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it at Target. Sometimes you can catch these at the Dollar Tree, the Dollar General. Sometimes you see them at the dollar store as well. Online, internet, all over. I'm pretty sure I've bought this one before from Ulta as well. So basically you could find this product anywhere, and definitely like Long's, CVS, Rite Aid, any of your Walgreens, whatever, all your larger pharmacies and drugstores, rather, is what I'm trying to say. People really don't know them too much anymore as pharmacies, but they are a pharmacy / drugstore, but everybody just says drugstore. Pharmacy, drugstore, same thing, whatever. Okay, you know what I mean? But yeah, and I like to use this product in various different ways. I can even leave it in my hair on the very tip ends, on the last 2 inches of my hair where my split ends are very prone to be. Obviously, split ends of your hair split. That's where the splits live and hang out. So I can even use a tiny bit of this product on the tip ends of my hair, and it will not weigh it down or make it overly greasy or overly limpety or anything like that. So I can use it a little bit as a leave-in conditioner. You also can make like a really nice detangling spray, like a leave-in detangler like spray. You mix certain parts of it with water and a small amount of the conditioner, put it in a spray bottle, spray it throughout your hair. Your hair will be easier to comb through. You can always do that, but just play around with the formulation on it. Make sure you don't get way too much of the conditioner in the spray bottle mixture, because then you can get heavily weighed down, limpety biscuit hair. So just play around with that mixture. What I also like to do with this product, and I've done this particular thing with this conditioner forever, basically is what I'm trying to say. I've done it for years. It seems like forever. You could take a small amount of this conditioner, put it in a microwavable bowl, a microwavable cup, mug, whatever, A glass ramekin is what I like to use, just because glass ramekins are clear, they're glass, you can see through them, they are microwave safe, but anything you want to put it in, just this as long as it's microwave safe. I like to put some of this conditioner in there, just basically a few tablespoons, a few teaspoons. It just depends on how much hair you have. I have long hair, thick hair, wavy hair, a lot of hair, so I go heavy on my products because I have more hair to actually condition. So I put a few, like at least 3 or 4 tablespoons in there in a glass ramekin, heat it up in the microwave, and I only heat it for anywhere between, like 10 to 15 seconds, just enough to give it an oil-like consistency, and that way you could use it as a hot oil. But you might want to stay closer to the 10-second mark. That way you don't get it too hot and melt the conditioner down too much, because the oil could be very hot. Be very careful, be very cautious if you do this method. But that's what I like to do, is turn it into like a hot oil treatment and just saturate it through my hair, starting at the ends, working up. Then I comb it through my hair, and then 15-20 minutes later I rinse it out of my hair. So I use it kind of like a hot oil / conditioning treatment. And anytime I do that, anytime I heat it up and turn it into an oil, it just penetrates into the cuticle, penetrates into into the hair shaft. It does its job, it does what it's supposed to do, and the heat forces the conditioning effect, and I love it. Love, love, love it. So there's like a multitude of things you could do with this product. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to show you real quick what the bottle looks like. This is the family size. I always like to just buy the larger one if you can, depending on where you're purchasing it. If you have an opportunity to buy the larger one, just buy the larger one. I mean, it's more affordable, it's cheaper, you get more product for your money, you know what I mean? And this literally will last me months. It will last me a long time. I mean, probably at least 4 or 5, well, probably about 5 months at least. This will last me about 5 months. And my hair loves this stuff. And I have color treated hair, so I don't have any issue with it fading my color, fading my highlights or anything like that. Just simply love it. So this is what it looks like. This is a family size Suave Essentials Tropical Coconut infused with coconut extract and vitamin E conditioner. And it says long lasting fragrance. But like I said, a real low key, almost barely there fragrance, which I love and appreciate. Now, if you don't have an issue with smells or fragrances, or, if you don't have like allergies, I don't have allergies personally, but if you have allergies, which a lot of people do, this is good for you because it's not overly powerful fragranced. And if you have sinus problems like I do, this is also good for you because it doesn't bother my sinuses. And anything that does not bother my sinuses is my bestie, my bestie, my bestie, my buddy, my love. You know what I mean? And Suave is one of these brands, I do wish they were cruelty-free. However, they are not. I wish they were. It's an old brand. It's been around forever. It's like one of these tried and true, old trusted brands. I believe Suave has been around since the 50s. I've done a lot of research on brands, companies, products. I love to get into that type of stuff. It's just one of my passions. And I'm pretty darn sure, it's been a hot minute since I've researched the brand, but I'm pretty darn sure Suave has been around since the 50s. So can you believe that? Like, OMG. But you could probably go back and find vintage commercials, things like that, like on YouTube and various other, resources, and see vintage commercials, vintage ads in magazines, print ads, vintage articles in the newspaper about it. There's just a whole slew of information. But yeah, it's been around for a hot minute. Can you believe that? Since the 50s. And it's funny because I'm one of these people, I like to wonder what life would have been like in the 50s, I really wonder. It's like, sometimes you get very curious about things that you don't know or you weren't around at the time. So it's like, I really wonder, hey, what was the life really like during the 50s? I mean, you could do all the research you want. You could even talk to people that were around in the 50s. And, same thing. I wonder, what was it like? 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. What was it like? You know what I mean? What was it like in the 40s? What was it like in the 30s? And wow, the 20s, And I get curious about that type of stuff. But anyhow, I love vintage this, vintage that, antique this, antique that. I love things from decades ago. So anyhow, I've got a little hung up on that, but this is an older brand. And however, I just do wish they were cruelty-free. I know I already said that. Just to reiterate the same information, I say this type of stuff all the time, but you know, it is what it is. And I wish things were one way. Sometimes they're another way. And as humans in life, we have very little control over a lot. You know what I mean? But anyhow, I love you so very much. I thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Be sure to give me a big, huge thumbs up. Bye now. Bye, beauties.